reviens à nouveau et je pense que cette fois-ci j'ai trouvé. Bien. Je me cachais déjà. Voilà. Alors ensuite là.
All the levers are activated.
Ensuite ici.
The door is blocked on the other side.
La porte est bloquée de l'autre côté, comme si on savait pas. Ah bah voilà. Ah bah j'ai galéré hein. Oui je sais, on a l'impression d'être bourré. Enfin!
It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Et bah voilà. Alors maintenant, là. Ok.
This
Et le
lever
levier.
must turn on the gas machine. I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Ouf. Maintenant la sortie elle est où déjà? Exit. Nickel. Oh le pauvre.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. He's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an
Une
invocation,
révocation?
but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. So don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Le vagabond.
It's no longer possible to save me.
Oh.
No!
Sanders! What the hell? I gotta.
Ah.
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Ça fait peur le gaz.
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Chapitre 6, le manoir Hawkins. Pierre s'est réveillé dans un asile installé dans les sous-sols de l'Institut Riverside. Il a rencontré le docteur Colden, une amie de Bradley, qui l'a aidé à s'échapper. En errant dans les couloirs de cet endroit où le docteur Fuller règne en maître, Pierre a pu parler à un homme nommé Francis Saunders. Avant de mourir sous ses yeux du détective, il a accusé Sarah Hawkins d'être responsable de ses tourments. Pierre a finalement quitté l'endroit maudit en compagnie de Bradley et Colden. Les compagnons d'infortune décident d'utiliser le manoir Hawkins comme planque. Un poulpe géant.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Ah, il faut que je bouge.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day...
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs. Pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Restons prudents.
Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Alors, ok. Parler à la veuve de Sanders. Ok. Maintenant, faut que je sorte de là. Ah, ici. Sortir. Alors, encore chapitre 6, résidence des Sanders. Pierre, Skolden et Bradley sont à présent liés par l'affaire Sarah Hawkins. Ils décident de suivre la piste de Francis Saunders, collectionneur d'art et ami de la peintre, mort sous les yeux de Pierce. Ce dernier se rend à la demeure pour interroger sa veuve sur le vagabond dont le malheureux a parlé avant de mourir. Quelle drôle d'enquête. Entrer dans la folie.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
I expected to find you more grief-stricken than this by the death of your husband.
I do not like the tone of your allusion, sir. I had long months to weep every tear in my body, and to accept, if not my fate, at least that of my husband. And so I'm sorry to disappoint you if you're expecting more hysteria and grieving widow in my voice. Rest assured, however, my anger is real. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Ok.
Did she really care for him?
Une lettre de refus.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Oh. Reconstitution, ok.
A house of artists.
Attends, je suis là, je fais le tour. Le tour, j'ai dit. Mais...
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Investigation.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Ah!
The Shambler. I need to see it. Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Toi, je vais aller voir là. Fermé. Bon, elle est où la galerie? Ouais, ça doit être le bureau. Ok.
I could use one of those.
Somnifère.
Strange.
Lettre de Sarah
For
Hawkins.
months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. An old diary.
Ah, c'est un livre. Une clé. Coucou. Lire le livre. Oh.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The public entrance to the gallery.
Allez, une visite du musée.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Ah, il y a quelque chose ici. Elle est où cette foutue toile?
The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into
Oh,
a...
elle est là-bas. Alors, minute, déjà, je vais visiter les autres pièces.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Ah, il y a quelque chose ici. Oula. Il se passe quoi encore? Oh oh, derrière toi Pierce, derrière toi, derrière toi, derrière toi. Derrière toi, je te dis. Je te l'avais dit, derrière toi. Oh. Bonne idée, enfuis-toi plutôt. C'est quoi ce truc? Ouah. Oh le bol que t'as eu Pierce. Oh.
What the hell was that?
Je peux pas sortir?
Can't even touch it.
Ah. L'armoire, je veux bien, mais c'est où? Elle est où l'armoire? Ok.
What the hell was that?
Ah, j'ai trouvé là-bas. l'armoire. Où est cette putain d'armoire? Et troisième fois, wouhou! Allez, pas de panique. On finit ce chapitre.
What the hell was that?
Mais elle est où l'armoire? Je passe. M'en fous.
What the hell was that?
Oh, elle est là-bas. Ça y est. Et ensuite?
I can't even touch it.
Kanashi. Passez.
What the hell was that?
Et il va faire quoi? y arriver, hein. Il faut retoucher la toile, peut-être?
What the hell was that?
Il faut retoucher la toile, non? Bon. Salut! À la prochaine!